Good morning and welcome to your Farm and Home Show. My name is Joanna Coles, and this morning we're visiting with Kristin Hildabrand. She's the Warren County Extension Agent for Horticulture. Good morning, Kristin.
Good morning, Joanna.
Now, Kristin, a lot of times in the winter we don't think about care and maintenance of our trees. And one of those things is watering. And when we think about watering in the wintertime, that doesn't sound fun for me. But precipitation or some type of watering is very important.
It is really important. And the reason it's so important is especially for those newly planted trees, you have very fine fibrous roots there, and if you don't do the watering when it needs it at that particular time, it's not going to hold up in the summertime when we're experiencing a lot of drought type conditions. So essentially what you do now, if it's a fall planted tree, in the wintertime it could be very, very helpful if you go ahead and water that tree, and so that way it can help it for later on in life. You don't really want to water unless it's a warm day, at least 40 degrees and above. So you're good to go if it's below that. But generally you want to water when it's pretty warm and it's at least 40 degrees. So that kind of gives you a general idea. Now, when you're watering, there's a couple of different options that you have when you water. And so it just kind of depends on essentially what you want to use. But one thing I do want to mention about the importance of it is that, a lot of times people will generalize, about watering for trees. And if you've got a newly planted tree, they say the 5+5 rule. So what that simply means is for 5 gallons plus for 5 gallons per inch of trunk diameter, that's what you want to apply for a newly installed tree. So that's the new general rule that you want to use. So 5 gallons plus another 5 gallons plus of whatever trunk diameter that you have, that's how much you want to apply.
So is that a week? Or
that's a week.
Okay.
Yeah. Now for established trees, it's only an inch of rainfall a week.
Okay.
So that's that rule is kind of changed. Now, as far as the methods go, there's all kinds of different ways, and whatever suits you the best is what you want to go with, obviously. So the simplest way is to use the water hose, and basically what you want to do, depending on the caliper of the tree, if it's like real small, you don't have to get it like super close. So what you would do is just drag your water hose to around the drip line of that particular tree, and then turn on your water hose when it's about 40 degrees, and then basically just put it on very slow, and then just let it kind of soak into that root system. A lot of times people kind of want to water it fast just to have it done and over with, but just give yourself plenty of time to water that tree if you're doing the water hose. Now, a lot of times people will use like maybe a soaker hose, or they might want to do a drip irrigation system. And if you've got several trees, that may fit you a little bit better, because with the water hose, you can't really do that with a lot of trees. I guess you have to do what you have to, but if you want to use like a drip irrigation system or a soaker hose system, you can use that as well, but you'll probably have a little bit of extra time and money into that drip irrigation and soaker hose system. The thing about the soaker hose is sometimes whenever you have that system, it doesn't uniformly provide the water all, like if you've got it in a circle around the tree, it's not going to have it pretty uniform. And so that's one of the downsides with it. But again, you can probably put a timer system on that and then just walk away and not have to worry about it. Now, one of the other methods you can use is to use like a bucket type system, and we see that a lot of people like to use it. So what you do with it is that you just take a bucket and put like little 1/4-inch holes in the bottom of it and fill it up with water, and it's going to slowly trickle down into that root zone and take it up. A lot of times people will use multiples just to kind of put it around the tree in that drip line, so you can do that option. I've seen people use milk jugs. I've seen people use like kitty litter leftover containers. So whatever fits your budget, that's what you can do. Now there's some newer things that are out, commercial grade, like gator bags. It simply is just like a bag that you zip up around the tree. If it's a lot larger, you can attach to, and then you just stick the water hose and it just slowly trickles down with that system. Or there's a Ooze tube type bag that looks like a donut. So whatever system that you've got in place, make sure you use it, because it can really make a huge success on your trees.
Yeah, so just don't forget about watering your trees this winter. And if you have questions about watering your trees in the wintertime, make sure to contact your local extension office. Thanks for watching and have a great day.